You know, the one question that I get more than any other is when. When do I plant my fruit tree, or when do I plant fruit trees? Well, needless to say, people get more in the mood to plant fruit trees in the spring. So you'd say, well, that's the best time. Well, not necessarily. Depends on one thing, and one thing only. If you've got a fruit tree in a container with a decent amount of soil around it, in other words, it's a 5-gallon, 7-gallon, 10-gallon, or larger container, you can plant that fruit tree any day of the week, 365 days a year. The only exception is if you happen to be buying a tree that has very little dirt on it, or in some cases bare root. Then you do want to plant like in January or early February here in Central Florida, when they're more or less asleep, they're in dormancy. So that's the only real criteria. Otherwise, you can plant your fruit tree anytime you want, provided it has a sufficient amount of soil around the root system. In other words, a larger container. So just bear that in mind when you're planting your fruit trees.
Rocas.